Let me ask you a quick question. When you're outdoors hiking, camping, RVing, or in general just out in the wilderness, do you have the proper emergency medical equipment? You're out there away from emergency medical services, might take a while for an ambulance to get to you. Do you have what you need to get through a life or death situation? Or even just a minor situation that might need a little more attention? Well, for me, the answer was no. I've RV'd my way across this country. I camp all the time. I'm out in the woods away from emergency medical services quite often, and I rarely carry any kind of first aid kit with me, and I know that's a little irresponsible. So I went on a hunt for the best first aid kit I could find, and I ran across this. This is the MyMedic MyFAK. FAK stands for First Aid Kit. And today we're going to open this up, go through it, and I'm going to try to convince you to get something like this in your travel gear for your next trip. So let's just assume for a minute that I've already convinced you to get something like this in your gear for your next camping trip or your next long hike or outdoor adventure. Why would you choose the MyFAK from MyMedic? Well, I believe it's because this kit is versatile, and there are several different levels of kits you can get. Now, this is the Pro Kit, so it has some extra supplies for some more serious medical situations, but you can also get a standard kit that's more for everyday bumps, bruises, cuts, or scrapes. So just know whatever your purpose, you can get a kit for that from MyMedic. I'm going to leave links in the description down below. You can check those out. So let's start by looking at the outside of this bag. That's why the versatility comes into play with the MyMedic MyFAK, is because it's got a versatile bag. It's not just a plastic box that's going to probably break or get thrown somewhere. This is a bag that you can attach things to. You'll see here in the front, you've got several attachment points. You've got Velcro, which is really nice. They've kind of got this medical seal on the outside so that it's obvious this is a first aid kit. The color, the badge, that's all there. But you could put other things on the front, attach them with this Velcro, the hook and loop here. You've kind of got the ability to add extra straps in these points here, and this is a really cool adjustable clip. It kind of goes up and down. It's really versatile. There's lots of stuff you could do with the front of this bag to attach other things to it. And then on the back, we've got some MOLLE straps. These are really unclippable. You can unclip them there, add things to it. There are loops inside here. It's not just your run-of-the-mill crappy first aid kit. It's a really durable, kind of rustic bag that has a lot of different purposes, a lot of different handles, things you can do with it, ways you can grab it, really strong zipper, a canvas material, Velcro, and you can actually, I'm just seeing this. You can unvelcro this back. Let's see, unstrap and unvelcro. There we go. Oh, this is completely removable. Check this out. So you've got kind of your MOLLE board here for straps and things. That goes around the bag so you can adjust that. But here on the back, you can take that off. You've got a longer strap. That's really cool. A longer strap and some more Velcro obviously was holding this on. So that's really cool. There's a lot of different ways you can carry this bag. You can throw it across your shoulder on one side. You can sling it across your body. But there's several different options depending on what you want to attach to it and how you want to use it. So versatility is key with a bag like this. Okay, let's go ahead and move all these things off the table. Let's look on the inside because that's what's really important. What is this kit offering us and what can it do? So we've got a big, healthy zipper on here, and this is great. I mean, straight away, opening this thing up, everything is organized in pouches. The way it's set up is really nice, and you can get to everything very quickly, which you'll need in an emergency situation. You've got this front compartment, you've got a back compartment, and you've got kind of a page that turns in the middle with these mesh pockets here that have supplies in them. And I'm going to go through just kind of the generalities of what's in here so you know what you're getting. Starting up front, the first thing I see is you've got super wash on here. This is topical wash for washing out a wound, and you've got everything clearly labeled. That's what I love. Right up front, everything is labeled in these giant bags. So, you know, this right here is a tourniquet, and it says tourniquet right up top. This is a burn mod. It's labeled right up top so that as they're in the pouch, you can see what each item is. You don't have to wonder or dig through. This looks like some gloves here. That's really great. This is really cool. I didn't remember to mention this up front. This is a card for your free digital download. There is actually a training guide. It's called the First Aid and Survival Stay Alive Guide. You can use this code to download it so you can learn how to be medically prepared out there in the field. That's really cool. They include that with the kit, so don't discard the card. Scan the QR code and go and download that for yourself. So like I said, everything is really nicely labeled. This is a large pack of bandages, just standard bandages. Then here we've got kind of the butterfly bandages, the larger ones. And again, everything is really well labeled right up top, so you're not guessing what it is. As easily as I take it out, I can put it back in. These are gauze, some pressure bandages. This is all really basic first aid stuff, but if you have a really serious emergency out there, this is going to at least get you back to emergency services. Let's take a look at the inner page here. This is more comfort gear, I would call it. There's some comfort gear here. Like we've got some blister mods here. We've got a space blanket. If you were worried about getting hypothermia, you were in a situation you couldn't get warm, space blanket. You've got a glow stick. Break this sucker. You're going to be able to see where you're going if you forgot a flashlight. These are all really great pieces to have in a first aid kit, because it's not just about first aid, it's about preventing accidents as well. Here we've got some medication. Oh my gosh, this is a little pack of ibuprofen. Ibuprofen, that's great. There's like a dozen packs of ibuprofen in there. That's a lifesaver if you ever have needed it and don't have it. Clean preps, some wipes, and then here we've got some treatment relief, topical treatment relief for treating wounds and alleviating pain. That's like hydrocortisone cream, things of that nature. Just some really smart stuff, and this is all MyMedic branded equipment. They make some really good equipment here, and it's easy to find. Turning the page in the kit here, on the back, we've got a hydration pack with some packs to add to water with electrolytes. That's really smart and thoughtful. Really cool. If you're ever out there and you get a really bad headache, or your water's not going, it's just going through you, you know, you really could use that. This is a CPR and choking guide. That's really smart. And it's a mouth shield here for CPR and choking. CPR shield, one-way barrier and filter. So if you had to do CPR, hopefully you would read the guide before you needed to use it. And then right here, we've got some more things that have to do with CPR and breathing. We've got a chest seal for penetrating thoracic wounds. Hopefully you wouldn't have to use that. That's pretty serious. This is an airway, MPA airway, nasopharyngeal. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's an airway. Looks like it's going in through somebody's nose. You have a couple of these, and I'm guessing you would have some first aid training to use these things, but this is the more serious side of the bag, things that really could help you save a life. And then on this back side here, I love what I'm seeing. We've got a couple things. Number one, we've got a pair of scissors to cut that gauze. And this is medical grade scissors to cut that gauze. And you've got some of this paracord, I think is what this is called. This is something you could use in a survival situation, really could help. It's held in here really nicely. The scissors are packaged in with it. I love that. Right next to it, we've got a roll of tape. Who doesn't need tape whenever you're putting together a first aid kit? Right behind that, we've got some, oh, these are really cool, some Z-zips. This is for a larger wound. These Z-zips are something that could basically help you close a wound that is going to need stitches, but you don't have stitches with you. So you've got a package of 2 Z-zips there. Then we've got, wow, a tool mod. This is great. There's a thermometer in there. There's a thermometer, a whistle, a pin light, a pair of tweezers, and 5 thermometer sheaths that go over it for sanitary reasons if you need to take multiple people's temperature. That's just so handy to have. Let's see what we got here. This is a mini sprain and fracture mod. So this is a wrap, like a finger splint and some bandage roll. If you were to break a finger, you need to wrap it up, kind of put it around. That's great. We've got an instant cold pack. Be careful, don't break this. You snap it and kind of roll it around. Instant cold, that's for like, some kind of impact. You're trying to keep swelling down. Really, really smart. Down here, hiding, we've got some more bandage. This is the elastic bandage. If you were trying to keep a cold pack on somebody, wrap the elastic bandage around them. And then here we've got some triangular bandage. This is just more like terry cloth, and then mini wound closures, a package of wound closure strips, and some skin glue. If you've ever had that happen in a weird spot, a bandage might not hold it together, skin glue is going to do that for you. And I believe that's everything in the bag. We just went through a ton of stuff, and there is a ton of stuff in this bag, and just as easily as it was opened, we put it all back in, it went back together, and there we have the bag ready to go. We've got our strap. I threw the molly board down there with the strap that goes all the way around it, but you can see how having all of these things thoughtfully put together, whether it be a more serious situation or a situation that's just a matter of comfort, the MyMedic MyFAK has something in it that can really get you back to enjoyment. Because when it comes to small, minor medical incidents, it's about getting back to enjoyment, not letting a headache ruin your day, or a minor cut that would be pretty serious if you couldn't clean it or even cover it with a bandage. But then again, when something more serious happens, having the tools to get yourself in a position to get back to medical services is really essential. So this is coming with me and my family. This is going in our RV. This is going in my camping bag. In fact, I'm going to put this in the back of our SUV, so when we're not traveling, we always have this with us, because I think it's essential, and I believe this MyMedic MyFAK is a really good version of a first aid kit that anybody could use, access quickly, and possibly get themselves out of a jam with. So again, if you're interested in the MyMedic MyFAK first aid kit, there's a link in the description below. Go check it out. Keep yourself safe out there, folks. There's nothing more that can ruin a trip faster than a medical situation that goes untreated. So as always, this is the Traveler Toolkit. My name is Joel, and I'll see you in the next video.